Hey y'all, welcome back to the Runners Club podcast. We're here for another episode. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes. Episode 10.
Yeah, I'm your co-host, Courtney Phillips.
Your co-host, Ian.
Ha!
Yeah, I got the producer, so I think sometimes she feels like I'm like just a producer.
That's lies. That is
her
lies.
show. This is the Courtney Phillips show.
Whatever. It's your host and host.
Yes. Yeah, we got to normalize taking co-host out.
Yeah, whatever. Like, I'm a host, you're a host. It's all good.
That's what we do.
So,
but welcome, y'all.
Yeah.
We are back. Episode 10. We've decided to give you a little us. You know, we've been talking to a few people, you know, and I just want to just bring it back to the center. Sit back, see how you doing. How was your week? How are you feeling?
Me?
No, them.
Oh.
The listeners. Mm-hmm. I love you guys. I care about you and I appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Oh, now you're speaking to me. Okay. My week has been a whirlwind, I will say. I think that's the word that came to mind earlier. And a couple things I can't really share, but today in particular this week, I just came back from the Race Management Program Summit, which is very exciting. It was a gathering of race directors and the like from across the nation. And we came together to talk about, race management. But it was like, I was on a panel with Patty Flynn, I believe her last name is, and she is a trans.
Shout out to Patty.
Yeah, Patty's really, really dope. She's a trans woman, trans athlete. And she's really breaking barriers and pushing progress in race organizing and management to be more inclusive, to have equity and inclusion for people who have a similar background as her. And so she, or who identify as trans or queer, LGBTQIA. And I think that, if anything, I really appreciate her and respect her for also allowing me the space to speak as well, because she knows that she cannot speak from the point of view of Black runners, Black and brown runners, Black women who are runners. And I know that I don't represent everyone, but she curated a panel in conjunction with her keynote speaking opportunity at the summit, and had me there with the other panelist who, his name was Antonio. I cannot remember his last name at this point, but Antonio is a blind marathoner, blind triathlon athlete. He's literally ran so many races, so many races. So it was just so super, super inspiring today to just hear from, to be a part of this panel, to hear from Patty, to hear from Antonio, to then also do these breakout sessions where, diversity, equity, and inclusion was high on the list of conversation. Everybody, all of these races have had to relook at how and evaluate, the way that they do races with the with COVID, now as a reality. So it's it was just a very the whole theme of the summit. I feel like this year was just all right, so we have to figure out how to continue forward, to have a lot of backup plans, and then also be more inclusive, but then also maybe just look at other ways that we can engage the community of runners that are in the city that we work in. Right. And that was something that I pushed a lot. So, that has been a very big highlight of my week. And I think rest is needed. So I'm taking the weekend off. I've told the co-captains, which I'm now, I need to start calling them coaches now because everybody's certified.
Legit.
So,
y'all are all coaches.
Yeah. So I'm kind of in this transition mode too this week, where I realized that I'm okay, I was talking to everybody at track, and I'm we're technically now in a place where we could call each other coaches, and we intentionally called the co-captains were called co-captains for a reason, because we weren't comfortable calling ourselves coaches. Like, we had this whole conversation and we were like, well, we can't call ourselves coaches because we don't want people coming down on us like, you're not certified, you don't know what you're talking about, how are you going to call yourself a coach?
Which is real. It is
real and justified. So respectfully, we called ourselves co-captains because that's it. But we're certified now. So it's like, you know, and so I think that's, again, it's like I've had this conversation before where I'm like, people have asked me, you know, do I consider myself a coach? And I'm like, I'm still in this transition for myself where I'm like, I don't really feel comfortable calling myself a coach yet. But I mean, that's kind of what other people are starting to call me. And I'm like kind of fitting within that. And I'm like, okay. I'm a coach, I'm here, you know, and I'm like, I feel like I just like, at first it was like my toes, and now it's my whole foot, and it's starting, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm starting to become more comfortable with that, because in reality, like, we are coaching a cohort of people to run the marathon. It's a collective effort, but it's coaching. We're coaching people at track. We're coaching people on Saturdays. Mm-hmm. So it is very much that.
You are.
In practice.
Therefore you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just realized, like, with this outfit you have on and this, like, little setup, that once again, another week, what did you forget?
With the outfit that I have on?
Yes, and this setup that we have right now. What did you forget to bring?
Oh, my camera. Can you just remind me? Like, every time you think equipment, can you just be like, and the camera, so that we can actually get some visuals?
I'll let your assistant know.
And what does my outfit have to do with it?
You fly. Look at you, was ready.
Thank you. Well, I'm just like, what is it? What was, you know?
She was going to shoot from the hip.
Just max. I was focused. Like, look, I was like rushing out the door, but at the same time, I was like, let me just throw my hair up, put my ones on, put this little sweater on.
Yeah, she was late, y'all. She was talking about she was having dinner, air quotes.
I did. I was having dinner. Literally, this summit was from 8 a.m. to 5.
Damn.
Yeah, so I was there all day. I literally...
Where was it?
Up north. I don't know. Somewhere up there.
Somewhere?
Yeah.
It's a whole lot up there. But
yeah,
okay.
like, you know. Yeah, that's all I got for you.
That's smooth. But I think that's pretty cool that you were included in that, because you are legitimately putting together races yearly now. And it's you fit 2,000%. And shouts out to the blind guy, like, not just him, but whoever it is that runs with him. Well,
so I wasn't like, I'll get into it now. I still want to hear about your week, obviously, but like, I'll talk about what he saw. Like
please go ahead.
He was like getting into how he runs these races, and also like how frustrated he gets with signing up for races and accessibility, because like we were just talking about accessibility for like all things, where it's just as a person of color, as someone new to running, it's like it shouldn't be hard for your community to run a bigger race. Like, they should create a pathway for us runners to run the Chicago Marathon that's not like so difficult, you know? And he was just saying, like, when he's on a website and it's like meant for visually impaired or hearing impaired or whatever, and like it wants to scroll, like everything else is taken care of, but like the people that create the technology, like sometimes they don't think about scrolling, so he can't actually get to the bottom to actually like because he like will read an entire, he's like I will read, and I'm using air quotes because I'm assuming it's read to him, but like an entire contract, you know, because you have to sign contracts when you know, of like not like, I don't know, not non-disclosure, but like liability, right? Yeah. So he'll like read it, but then he'll try to hit that like check box at the bottom and then sign and finish, and then he won't be able to because the thing won't scroll. And so like it's very annoying for him, and then he has to like rely on the people around him, and he's just like, I'm an independent person, I can do these things, and I don't want to have to like rely on other people just to like scroll when this thing could be figured out very easily. He said that he's also like newly blind, like he wasn't blind until he was like 30. Wow. And now he's like 50. So like he's he knows what it's like to have sight.
Exactly.
But like I guess he's ran a lot of his races in between that 20-year period, and then like, so and he runs all of his races tethered to someone. Right, and then when he does tries, he is on not a unicycle, but tandem. He does tandem bike riding, and like he's like, some people think it's cheating, but like like why you don't want him on a bike with no one, you know?
Right.
Like so
who the hell would complain about a blind person riding a tandem?
Yeah, I mean, of all the things on a try, it's like, why don't you be concerned about the fact that he's in water, swimming, being honestly, tandem like, next to someone? That's wild.
Swimming tethered to somebody?
Yeah, like, honestly, like I don't know how to. I'm assuming there's probably like it's probably on their back or like it's.
I don't mean no disrespect, but he should not be allowed to swim.
But like it's not like. And I was like, God, I wish I knew the number of how many marathons and things that he's run. But it's like he's ran over 10 marathons at least. Like I'm pretty sure it was like upwards of 20. And then he's done like several tries. Like he does this. And so he's not scared to like write emails to race management groups that are putting on races if he feels like he doesn't have the tools he needs to run the race, or he'll just like let people know like I'm running this race. And he's also was telling people like, you know, for people who are differently abled or impaired or, you know, like whoever they need, like if they need someone to run the race with them, that person shouldn't have to pay to run the race. You should look at that person as a tool for the person who's intending to run the race.
Who is making these people pay?
So like there's these things where it's like it's like for some reason, I mean, I guess it's not that surprising. Like these race directors have been doing it for one way. They're not thinking about it. I mean, the thing is like people think so many people talk about the Black and brown communities, but then it's like when you start talking about differently abled communities, like the disabled community is like so underrepresented and like just not thought about in so many ways. And like people just like completely overlook them in a way where it's just like we always stop the conversation at like, you know, underrepresented communities of color, right?
Right.
But we never take the next step of, can you imagine being a person of color and then also being a woman and then also having a disability?
Honestly, like I thought people with disabilities were taken care of. I kind of thought they were thought about before me.
No.
Because it's hella white people with disabilities. So
no, I mean, that's the thing is if you're white, great. Sorry, I'm taking this sweater off because it's 80 degrees. I saw the thermometer; it says 80 degrees.
Yeah, nah, folks be turning the thermostat off.
And then it's cold in here.
Huh?
It's cold in here.
Nah, I be mad comfortable here in the daytime, but it get hot really quick when they get ready to leave.
They don't like to use the air in here. Sorry, I'm just. That's my pet peeve of. The space sometimes because I'd be like, y'all don't ever want to use no air.
They gotta pay for it.
I know. Okay, anyways. But yeah, I mean, they're not thought about, you know? Like, I think people think that there's tons of resources, and it's like, sure, there's some resources, but it's like not nearly enough.
Okay.
Not nearly enough. And then, so it's like, so yeah, for the running community and race directors, it's just like, it was
That's
really,
about to fall.
Yeah, I know, I can tell. I'm having mic issues, y'all, so just bear with it.
I don't know why today is.
I think it's because I'm touching it too much. So it's okay. Yeah. I like listening to Antonio and then also listening to Patty and then just like even just hearing, you know, when you're doing a race and like say if you wanted to add a non-binary section to your race sign up, it's like there's so many other things that go into including people like non-binary identifying individuals who then just like adding like an extra like option on your application. And then on top of that, the technology on the back end, sometimes if you hit non-binary, when you spit it out into an Excel spreadsheet, that section just shows up blank for people. So then it's just like, it almost looks like they didn't select anything. So because that's what the technology identifies. It's like either you're female, male, or, and then it just will, because it's non-binary, it'll be like blank. Obviously, that can be changed, or it can just be looked at like, but it's something to look out for.
And then we should have Patty on here.
Oh yeah, I think we definitely should. And I think like, even like, but then it also goes into, if you're deciding to include non-binary identifying individuals, that means that you also need to think about awards. That also means you need to think about race tape, like finisher race tape of like, for the most part, it's always been like you do breaking the tape for women and men, but then it's harder. It's like, and you use like our usual like binary signals to identify who's a guy, who's a girl. But for like trans runners, it's like how, you know what I mean? So then it's like, so you have to like keep track of that. And then, so that's the one thing where like everybody was like, even Patty was like, I don't have suggestions. I don't know. I don't have any ideas. But like, it's
now
something
we're going to have like 3 races every time we have a race.
Well, it's not even, it's just like, because when you think about and also sometimes a trans runner might not be a fast runner finishing at like the front. So it's like you have with the men and women, usually they're like at the very front, and then you have like a bike that is like leading the fastest female, the fastest male. But then if your fastest trans person is in the middle of the pack and there's tons of people, like how do you like it's just a different format. Like it's a lot of
you don't know where to add them, because you also don't want to eliminate the men's and the women's separate races. So you don't know necessarily where to add a trans person.
No, you can add them. It's just like, how do you identify when that trans person crosses the finish line? That's what I'm talking about. So
you're saying like they should get a separate award?
Well, that's part of it too. Is like there's a separate award, but then on top of that, in order to identify the award and create the moment, you know how when you see like Matt, when he crosses the finish line, there's tape that he runs through. And then when Brittany comes through, we put up the tape again. Or if Brittany comes first, then she runs through that. Now, also for trans. But then if the trans person is fast, great. If the trans person isn't that fast and they're in the middle of because you know how like in races, people cluster together.
I understand what you're saying.
Right, but I'm saying like that's what we were talking about, where it's like, how can you actually serve them properly? And
this is from a place of not knowing. Man, yeah, we definitely gotta get Patty here so I can ask her this. But like, when you are trans, don't you select whether or not you want to be man or woman? Identify as?
Well, I think actually this is different. So if you're and again, we can ask Patty, but Patty, her pronouns are she, her, hers.
Yeah.
So she's not.
So then,
I'm assuming that means that she's not non-binary, like
same as Brittany.
Well, I think it's kind of like, and that's part of it too, where it's just like there's. We were talking about at the summit today of just like, there's some people who want to identify as non-binary, which means I'm not identifying on either side.
Whether you're trans or not, you want to be non-binary.
Patty might identify as
got you.
You know what I mean? Whatever she might pick, whatever she identifies as. That's her pronouns, but I don't know if she identifies as female. Like if she identifies as female, then she'll probably click female, right? And that's fine. But then depending on how that. But it's also about allowing people to identify how they want to identify without judging them, right? Because if they're trans and they say, no, I'm running as a woman, then you let them run as a woman.
Of course.
Right? But then there's people who are like, I'm not on either side of that. I don't want anything to do with your binary bullshit. Then great. And then, but this there needs to be space for them.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So yeah, we should definitely have Patty on here.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a long ass day to try to talk about these issues and these problems from 8 to 5.
Bruh. And I had to come up, and I was like my panel was at 9. So
8:05.
Yeah, it was it was at 9:30 because she spoke first, and then she brought us up, and I showed up at 8:50, which is because I was but was then there, and then we did I spoke, and I definitely was very much like, this is a very white led thing, and everyone knows that. It's just like, if y'all think running races are white, try looking at race management. It's even more white. And so that's also why I am so interested in being there, because I'm like, and these people are getting older. Yeah. So they need people like you and I who are interested in putting on races, because like the old folks are phasing out.
Yeah.
And we're the new age of race management. And if we really want to take the reins, like there's so much opportunity. Like I was literally it was of all the black people, there was no black men. It was me. And then there was Dominique, who works for Cara, and she's like part of the community. She like runs community. And then I saw one other black woman, but like, I don't really know if she worked for the catering service. Like, I don't know. I didn't really see her. So I really think it was just like me and Dominique.
Okay.
And it was like at least 70 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I'm like, for me, it's like, yeah, it's about starting Run Close, but then it's like, if you really want to lead some shit.
But that's why I asked Mike the question on our last episode, was like, if you had the opportunity to make a living from running, would you take it?
Yeah.
Because, and this is the thing, I don't know the proper terms, so I'm going to use the word admire about white people, is that they will make a living doing whatever it is they love.
And that's, yep.
And it's amazing because, as a black person, as a brown person, like, you do feel like keyholed in and stuff like that to fit these predetermined slots. Mm-hmm. And up until 10 months ago, maybe a year ago, I had no idea that I can make a living from running.
Yeah.
Like I was just doing this stuff as fun, as a place for me to have as a mental health, as physical health and stuff. I had no idea that this could be a career for me. And to hear you sit down and say you sit down with 70 other people who have made a living so much so that they about to retire.
Bruh.
People like us who enjoy this sport so much don't need to be working at a tech company.
No.
Don't need to be applying to be this, that, and the third. We should be in this running space, browning it, and and giving us more opportunity to have the type of equity that we need in this space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, I definitely was there trying to represent the crew.
I love it. You shout me out?
I did.
Oh, shit.
I always shout you out. And that's the thing, is like, you need to be friends with people who will mention your name in important rooms.
Yeah, I was teasing. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah. But that's cool. You had a beautiful... I wish I had something to follow that up. I should have went first. Because, honestly, the highlight of my week I can't even talk about right now.
Yeah.
Contractually. It's like... I know y'all tired of us because we ain't been able to talk about nothing since episode 1.
Just know we good. Just know we're blessed and highly favored.
There's so many beautiful things happen. Shouts out to including me. Mm-hmm. This week was cool. This last week was smooth. Like, I've been getting a lot of compliments about my weight. People saying, "Hey, you're really losing weight," but I don't think it's really my body.
Okay.
I think it's the emotional weight that I've had on my shoulders.
Like, I
think I've been feeling lighter, less stressed, less performative. Mm-hmm. I think we talked about that before. I think I've just really been in my true self.
Yeah.
And I think this last week, people have noticed it,
mm-hmm.
And Yeah, because I don't really see. I haven't done anything crazy to change my body or anything like that. I think people are just really seeing me be happy.
Yeah.
I've been happy and a lot less stressed.
That's beautiful.
And stuff like that.
You also moved into a new apartment, didn't you? Or did you talk about that last week?
A little bit. You know, y'all congratulated me on it, but I think having having a home has been amazing.
A home to call your own.
Yeah, you know, just I don't know. You know, I don't want to say too much, but like just not a lot of turmoil and stuff like that. And it's been feeling awesome. I you know, like I'm still cleaning this place because they gave it to me in a pretty bad condition.
Okay.
And don't you know?
What do I know?
My landlord had the nerve to send me a message. I pay my rent via PayPal, but I didn't send it family and friends. I just paid that shit. And we're gonna talk about well, you know, when you send money for a service, they take $30 out as a fee.
Is that your problem?
That's how I felt. He's like, you mind if I send this back? I'm like,
no,
if it includes that $29.10, because if it don't, you gonna get that $9.60 right back.
Okay.
I'm already cleaning this apartment. Like, I'm not gonna pay your fees, but what I will do is next month I will click family and friends. So I want you to get your coins.
Okay.
But I'm not finna send you an extra $30.
You're trying to get the come up.
Like, no. Let's take. You should have said that when you told me to send a PayPal.
Wow.
Because I am buying a service. But other than that, it's been mad smooth. It's been mad chill. Everybody's just full of excitement and happiness. I don't know when you guys are gonna hear this, the listeners, but this upcoming Friday and Saturday I have a marathon watch party. Shouts out to Chicago Event Management. Shouts out to Holly for helping me put it together. The Incubator for letting me host it here. Everybody who's coming now. 312 for providing some beers. I did try to ask. It's this young lady. Her name Amy. Okay. She was like at this pop up for one of the boxes, and I seen her prior to this and stuff. But she was like serving these like vodka spritzer joints that was like really good. Mm-hmm. And I had some actual bottles of vodka there. And she's like, yeah, I tried to ask her to come, but I butchered it. Oh, shit. Because I had a hangover. Right. And I had zero charisma. And I was just being awkward. Oh, no. And so I hit her in a DM. Oh, no. And I was like, hey. I'm sorry. You know, I was being a little awkward the other day. I was trying to ask you to do this, that, and the third. She saw that shit. She did not respond.
I hate that when you can see when they saw. I low-key will switch it back to unsee.
You can do that?
Yeah, I do that all the time. I just told y'all my secret, but I'll look at it. And it also helps me. Well, I'll switch it to unread. That's what it really is. And so, I'll read a message in my DMs and then unread it.
Oh, I gotta learn that trick.
One, so they don't think that I'm just looking at it and not responding. Because most of the time, I come back. Like I actually respond to people because a lot of people write me and it requires a response. And it's like I should never let people think that I would respond, but they expect a response. So I'll just be like, let me unread this and come back to it later. Because if it's not important right now, I'm not answering.
At least you respond.
Yeah.
But no, I might have to learn that trick because I just feel like sometimes I just need to marinate on what I'm gonna say back. Yeah. And I feel like you may see it. Yeah. Or I might just see it real quick and do something else. Now I forgot.
And then you forgot, and then it looks like it's been read, so then it just goes in with all the other read messages. So you got and then now you can pin things. I don't know if you can pin things now. I
don't know. That's wild. But no, like, I don't even remember my point.
Are you talking into the mic?
Yeah, I'm talking into the mic.
Okay, because you grabbed the top of that mic like you... Anyways, watch. All they gonna hear is muffling right now.
Yeah, and I keep grabbing it. My bad. But yeah, no, like, yeah, my week was eventful. Unfortunately, I can't share the events, but
did you watch
Friday and Saturday we'll have some fun watching the men's and women's marathon. One of the marathoners, what's her name? Oh, the black girl. Can I think of her name? But she Team USA. She retweeted me and Rosalie's not tweet. She reposted our story about her visit Last Lap. Yeah. So I need her to pull up.
Ooh, pull up.
Pull up. Come through.
Come on.
I'm gonna hit up and see if she'll be in town for marathon.
Okay.
We can interview her and have her come to the store.
Yeah.
That would be awesome, especially if she win that gold medal.
These are the goals.
Yes. So we root for Team USA and Kipchoge.
Period.
You feel me?
Have you been watching? Did you see Cindy McLaughlin? Or what's her?
That's close. That feels like her name. That feels like her name.
What is her name? What is her last name? Cindy Mc.
It's I feel like that's how you say that.
Isn't that what it is?
I feel like that's how you say it.
Well, she broke her own record, won, and then she won exactly how she won during the qualifying games. And then the other American runner, which I'm blanking on her name, this is not your Olympic recap podcast.
We
okay,
have not done.
But my point is that the woman that she beat, who was holding the world record for so long, like she broke the world record. Like everybody did better.
Yeah,
it was pretty wild. And then I feel like Cindy, the way she won this time and didn't even feel surprised. Like she just was like, I won.
Yeah,
like she just kept,
course.
Yeah, like she's a beast.
This is what I do.
And I saw their picture together, and I'm like looking at Cindy's calves. I was like,
yo, they was crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, I was watching the long jumps, and all three of my little Olympic IG crushers was performing.
Wow.
All three of them.
Wow.
None of them won though.
Wow.
None of them won. Oh, here she go right here, but I can't. It's McLaughlin. It's McLaughlin.
No, it's Sydney. I keep calling her Sydney. Sydney.
Yeah, Sydney.
McLaughlin. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was right. Her bio says, Jesus saved me.
Okay.
She is saved. And she fine.
She is.
She fine.
She's like 30.
No, she's 21.
No, who am I thinking about?
She's 21, everyone. She's 21.
No, who am I thinking about?
Not her. So.
Who was Shorty who
and she got a boyfriend too. Both of them.
All of these women got boyfriends. They got them some nice, tall white boys.
Not Sydney. She dates a black guy? Yeah. And they're both saved, like I said.
Oh my God.
Okay. So, get it right.
A lot of these. Oh, I was talking about Felix. Allison Felix.
Allison
Felix was smoking.
Is that your boo? No. Allison Felix has a baby, doesn't she?
Yeah. She got a whole family. I'm putting respect on her name.
Y'all, you know what? Something I forgot to add about my week is yesterday I spent the better half of my day at the lake, and it was the most beautiful thing. I went, and when I got there to the lakefront, there's nothing but women there, and I was so comfortable. And then there was like these young girls near me. Like I kind of sat next to them because they were playing music, and this music was a vibe. So I was like kind of close because I was like, okay, y'all got the vibe. Great. And I like pulled up with my new Sweet Green because Sweet Green just landed in Hyde Park. Did you go to the free food day? No, they gave me credit, fam. So whenever you want to have a meeting at Sweet Green, I got you.
Oh shit! How did you get credit?
They reached out to me because I'd be posting things.
Oh, so, I forget.
They said
you the queen of Hyde Park.
Oh,
they had to check with you before they moved in. They like, hey, Courtney, I heard this little spot open.
Yo,
we good? Can we pull up? We said we got salads.
It's good.
We got greens.
It's good. Yeah. So I was like, because I had to pull up either way because they were like, it's the official opening of Sweet Green. Like, can you come and, you can like get, just, come out, post about it, whatever. I was like, hey. So I went to Sweet Green, got my little content. I beforehand, I packed my little my beach bag. I put lake bag. And I was just like, I was feeling real good. I got my water. I got a little protein shake. I was chilling. And then I got there and I spent a good 4 hours just chilling.
At the lakefront?
Potentially, yeah. And I had my therapy session beforehand. So I was went from straight therapy to Sweet Green to the lake. And I was chilling. And the girls would chill, because they looked like they were 15, 16, super cute. It was a black girl and her, they were black girl and white girl friends. And they were just chilling.
That was
and
dope.
And then everybody, I looked to my left and right. And I was like, and it was both just, we was vibing. You know what I mean? It's different when it's just women, and everybody was just chilling. And so yeah, and I have to admit that was my first beach day.
Oh,
all summer.
Wow.
It's the beginning of August. Yeah,
that's crazy.
So unfortunate.
I haven't been to the beach. I haven't had a beach day.
And it's when you let an entire summer go by and you haven't been at the beach.
That's real. Is that why you hit me up the other day asking what's the best beach?
Yeah, and I almost went down to Calumet Beach and almost went to, but I was like, let me just go to the thing that I know best because I just want to just go and get it done with.
Oh yeah, no, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah.
I didn't know why you was asking.
Because I was trying to chill. Because I also like on Promontory Point where because I was on the rocks.
Yeah.
And then there's they have a whole bunch of sand. There's a sandbar, so you can you can jump in, but then you swim out a little bit and you literally stand up and the water's at your waist. So when you're looking at Promontory Point on the north side, that first indent, that's where you swim. Because the sandbar, you stand up and the water's here.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's soft. There's no seaweed. That's why people swim over there.
Dang, I gotta try that.
It's the best. And then when you get out of the water, only jump on dry rocks. Because they're obviously not the slippery ones, but that's the technique. For those who don't know.
For those who need to know.
Yeah.
All right. A little something from the Mayor Hyde Park. Actually, I had a Hyde Park moment. I had a super Hyde Park moment that I shared on my story with the world. Okay. I got me some dope ass Trader Joe bags.
Ooh, I saw you. You know what I mean? It's I would say that's the vibe.
Yes, I was so proud of my little installated Trader Joe's duffel bag. Cause you get a lot of they stuff be frozen and cold. Yeah. And then and I don't have a car, so I'm on my bike on walking.
Interesting.
And
that's so smart.
And then of course I'm always stopping somewhere else. So I forgot I need this too. Mm-hmm. And so it was just it's orange. It's a whole vibe. I stopped at the Silver Room, bought me another cloth bag. Wow. So no plastic paper bags at the house right now.
No single-use plastic. But I was reminded the other day that the biggest contributor to global warming is animal agriculture.
Yeah.
Farming.
This is such a random episode.
I'm just saying,
Yes, Russell Simmons. You're
right. It all circles back to you, okay? And your well-being for yourself as a runner, but also your contributor.
Since we being random, R.I.P. to Dipset.
What? Did he die?
R.I.P. to Dipset.
Dipset.
They did not die. Oh my God.
What?
The versus battle between them and the Locks.
Oh, I was like,
they didn't. He died.
I was like, what? Group. I didn't watch it. Dipset and who?
And the Locks.
I see. The thing is I know Dipset, but I couldn't tell you what Dipset looks like.
Do you think it's one person?
And it's a group. I know you said they didn't die, so obviously I got it. So I was like, clearly it's a group. But
Cameron Jewels and Jim Jones.
That's all Dipset.
And Freaky Z.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I remember listening to music growing up, and it would be like Dipset. Okay.
Yes, they got bodied by Jadakiss, Styles P.
So it was group against group.
Yeah. I mean, Sheek Louch was there, but I mean,
interesting.
Honestly, okay. Jadakiss won. It wasn't even a lock.
Yeah, I'm like, as soon as you say Jadakiss, I'm like, oh, duh.
Yeah. And it was the most amazing amount of shit talking ever.
Wow.
Ever. It's too explicit for this podcast.
But they went in.
But it was amazing. Me, Michael Picasso was like group texting the whole thing.
I bet. A true bromance.
I'm the third wheel in a bromance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm the third wheel.
They're like tight. They are tight. Yeah, I mean, okay. So, I mean, this week has been great. The highlights of our week did have to do with running, and that's why we haven't been talking about it. But that's what's exciting about that. And I think that for me, like, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I'm taking Saturday off. I'm taking the weekend off.
You're not going to be at the run?
No, because
all right.
I didn't mean to come at it with that much energy, but I'm tired.
Well, get your rest. You got like 8 other niggas. Like, use them.
Yeah, I know.
What's the point of having soldiers if you ain't gonna use them?
I feel bad though when I know other people are tired. Like, I don't want to rest if I know other people are also tired. Like, I feel like, how dare I rest? You know, when everyone else needs to rest. But I think with what we cannot talk about that happened last week for us, like, there was a moment for the community, but then there was another day where it was just me, where I had to redo all that stuff, and it was a full day, and it was a lot. Right. And I woke up and literally, like, cried because I was so tired. Okay. I had slept 8 hours, and I woke up tired.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like, my body was, like, would not move. So it was just, like, a lot of activity for me, and my body was, like, I hit a literal wall. So then going to the beach on Tuesday was great, but then I had a whole summit today, which was a lot. And then it's like strength training got canceled today just because, Khalid had to cancel because of emergency, which is like, I'm happy that she was able to attend to her needs, but then I'm like, ooh, I don't have to do that tonight.
Like right on time.
I was like, girl, yes, God, like, yeah. And so, but I was already planning on taking Saturday off. So I think Matthew and I are going to do like a staycation. Dope. You got any suggestions?
No. I am new to the whole self-care thing. Any type of cation, like I am just, I've been working. Yeah. I've been a parent since I was 17. I have been working.
That's a lot.
I have been trying to figure this shit out my entire life.
Yeah.
So I am completely new to this whole like self-care.
Yeah.
Like, no, I have no fucking idea. I cannot help you.
Well, I'm thinking like,
for me, it would be Hennessy and sex. That's all it would be for me.
Oh my God. Well, I think, I'm thinking I have suggestions for other people. I was just asking for your suggestions, but I have a lot of suggestions if anyone's looking for a staycation situation. If they're in the middle of training and they're just like, gosh, everything I'm doing is so monotonous. I need to switch it up. It's like, if you're in Chicago, stay at the Hoxton one night. Great. They have a really good rooftop. Same with Soho. Chicago, I found out that you can't stay at all Sohos if you're not a member, but supposedly at the Chicago Soho you can. And so like if you stay the night at Soho House, then you have access to like their gym and all this like really cool stuff. It's super luxe, even their spa. So there's that.
I want a membership at the Soho House, but I feel like I'm too busy to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, and it costs, I think it's somewhere near $3,000 for the year.
Yeah.
So,
I thought they had a lower rate for creatives.
Nope. It was lower for people under 26.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000, I think. Then there's this other place called Beyond, which is that's like a whole nother level. But that's basically like a spa, gym, recovery thing. It's like, that's like $4,000 a year. And I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, but I'm just saying, if you're looking for new experiences and places to go to relax, these
that are not $3,000.
It's crazy. I'm not saying it because I have a membership, because I don't. I'm just for some reason. Actually, I know why, because I seek these things out, even though it's like I'm clearly not going to pay for it anytime soon. I'm just like, what? How is the other half living?
It's good to know, so that way I could just.
So when I got it,
need a date idea, I can just hit you up.
Yeah. So these are like some private clubs. Crazy. So I'm going to figure it out. I wanted to do the getaway, but the getaway I guess you have to like book that at least a month in advance. Which I'm like, okay.
Say nah, fam, chill.
Yeah.
You can go to Indiana,
right.
Wisconsin.
It's a getaway, but you still got to plan it. So
yes.
So yeah, things like that I think are really easy.
So staycation means just at the house.
No,
so you're gonna get out of the house.
A staycation is staying somewhere else,
but
in your city.
Oh, that's what I thought.
It's like doing what you would do if you did go to another city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
But it's a good experience.
Okay. Can I go on a staycation by myself?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet, but I think I would definitely do that. I haven't. That's like on my list to do. The thing is every time I think about doing a staycation, Matthew would be like, well, I'm available. I could. I'd be like, okay, come on, nigga, let's go. I love you.
Those don't be jumping at no race, but let you say staycation.
Yeah.
So I can put my feet up somewhere else?
Man, yesterday I was thinking of going to the Institute of Art because we have a membership instead of going to the lake. But after I talked to my therapist and mentioned the lake, I was like, let me just go to the lake because that's where I really want to be. Like, I want to be in the sunshine and I want to be near water. So that's where I should go. But when I told Matthew I was thinking about going to the Art Institute, he was like, well, my afternoon is open and I could come. And I was just like, no, I think I need to go by myself. I think I need to go by myself. And he gets it,
Yeah.
But we just we do everything together.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
That's so cute. We all want that.
Yeah.
We all want that.
So a private staycation is definitely on my list of things to do and to also do more often. So
that's real.
And I think, and it's, again, as a runner, as an athlete, it's like all of this helps. It's like, because I can't, like, when I'm fatigued, like, I hit a place where I felt like being tired isn't even enough to say. It was like straight up just fatigue, every inch of my body, physically, mentally, spiritually fatigued. It's like, rest.
Level it up, man. Get your rest. Chill out on Saturday. Do whatever it is you need to do because the community wants you.
It's about to be Friday and Saturday.
You said what?
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna do what I need to do.
You gonna do your staycation is Friday and Saturday?
Yeah, because we were taking Gumbo Media. This is Matthew has decided to not. We don't work Fridays.
Oh, that's dope.
To take it so I try not to take meetings on Fridays, and so it's like, well, shit, can we leave on Thursday night? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to extend this shit. Matthew's like, do you want to go to Canada? And I was like, maybe.
Whoa.
I don't know. We'll see.
That's wild. Well, enjoy that. I'll be looking for it on Instagram. See how it is. See how it goes. Because that just sounds like oodles of fun. Oodles of fun. I will be at home cleaning an oven at some point this weekend. I have railed against air fryers, but I feel like I'll be making that purchase relatively soon.
I feel like it makes sense.
Yeah, August likes biscuits. And who the fuck wants to heat up a whole oven for biscuits when you can pop them in the air fryer for like 8 minutes?
Okay, I was thinking like fried chicken.
I'm not for that.
Or like...
if you say fish, we done.
Fried oysters. Yum.
I don't do animals in the air fryer.
Or fried mushrooms.
I don't do animals in the air fryer. I feel like animals need
French
to be
fries.
bathed in butter and or oil.
Okay.
I could do French fries, biscuits.
Biscuits, how are you going to lay them out so that they fit?
The same way you do on a pan. You just don't put as many in there. Probably because you don't even need that many.
I heard that an air fryer is just a mmini oven.
Say what?
It's just a mini oven.
It's convection.
Yeah.
Yeah. It uses hot air. Yeah.
So a couple races that I have in mind.
A couple races?
Right, yeah. That came to my, because I'm actually really interested in running tries. Or not tries, excuse me. I'll get to tries, but I'm trying to get into ultras. I'm not trying. I'm getting into ultras. I think there's something to be said about the fact, for me, it's like, I know I can run a marathon because I've done it. Yes, I want to do it again. Great. But A 50K came. I talked to Coach Robin about it. I was like, do you know of any 50Ks? And so I'm like trying to figure out that. I think I'm getting my shins looked at officially tomorrow.
Are they still?
It's like the day after I do intense running. I feel it. Okay. Or I'll start feeling it while I'm running, and then I continue to feel it into the next day.
Massage going like right on the outside.
But mine's here, which means it's posterior.
Yeah.
So it means it's like stuff is happening back here, but I think it's the way that I land on my feet. I'm going to figure it out tomorrow.
You know what I've been aiming for? The big toe padded part. Y'all ain't got no socks on right now.
That's how, and I'm looking right at both his feet.
Yes. Yeah, so like I've been
That's
like usually I step on the outside around the small 3 toes.
You're trying to aim
but I've been aiming for the big 2 toes.
Yeah.
Which makes me land a little bit flatter, and I've felt a lot better.
But I think I do that, and it's a little bit too much on the inside.
You come all the way over here.
Yeah. Not even all the way over there, just like slightly off center.
Okay.
And so it makes this part work more. So it's almost like I need to focus on landing further outside. So there's that. So Patty put on my radar that is happening right now. It's called the Trans Rockies race, which is ironic because it has nothing to do with trans people. It's just Trans Rockies, which is
okay. I was like, wow.
Yeah. But it's a 6-day race, 120 miles, and it's $2,000. They have a payment plan. And you stay in tents, and each day like you get breakfast and you get like 2 meals a day, and you can pay extra for like massages and things of that sort. But you're running through the Rockies.
Wow.
For 6 days, and today, for instance, they did 25 miles, and so then they'll sleep in their tents, and you can get the basic package, which is like the regular tents, and then you can get the elevated package with the elevated tents, and then if you really want to spend another $2,000, you can stay in hotels.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's and altogether there's like no more than like 300 people who run the race every year. And I thought that would be so much. Yeah, I think that'd be fun for like us, you, me, Mike. Maybe not
$2,000 a person. No, it would not be.
I'm just saying, like I'm just putting it out there because I'm just like, can we do this? Would you guys want to do this? Would you want to join me? I feel like it would be so much fun.
I don't know. Was that like $200 a month?
To lock in, you pay $600. I know. Ridiculous, but I'm just like.
I mean, I think it would be fun.
I'm just like, I feel like those types of races would be fun to do. If I do it, I would at least want one of y'all to be there with me.
That sounds like something I would be interested in doing.
Yeah.
That does sound like something I can do.
Well, I'm also just like, they're kind of like, I talked to Patty about making it more accessible, but like they supposedly need all their coins because they're like with COVID, they ended up not really doing so well.
I could imagine everybody's hurting.
Yeah, but
it's like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, even if it was like 1,200, I'd do it.
If you miss a day and volunteer for one day, then you pay less.
If you volunteer? Yeah,
so if you volunteer one day out of the 6 days instead of run, then you get a discount on your race. But then you can run it individually or you can run it with a group. And if you run it with a group, you have to like run with them.
Yeah.
Like actually run with them.
No, if we go, we're running together.
Yeah, like it's
ain't
not
no
a race.
leading me.
It's I'm like we're running. Like
we're running, we sleeping.
Yeah.
Everything's happening together.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, if I have to stop to go to the bathroom, my nigga, you're stopping, okay? Okay. So
no, let's look into it.
That I think and it's happening right now. She said that there's like it might be almost sold out, but it's like basically, and something that I also will say that was brought up today at the summit about like accessibility to races is that like so many races, this race, the sign up for the next year happens before this year's race.
Wow.
So it's like if I just found out about it, which I just did like a week or two ago, I wouldn't be able to actually run it for 2 years because I would have to wait, technically, say if it was sold out, I would have to wait till next year's race to sign up to then run the following year.
Wow.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah,
and then when you think
makes
of
no sense.
because it's like, and I'm like, what? Like, how is it? And it's like, you're not going to get any diversity if you continue to do that. And then on top of that, like when you think of the marathons, even Chicago, it's like, it's the same thing. The race happens and you basically have to sign up for the next year immediately.
Yeah, like the sign up is like 30 days later.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but then training doesn't start until the following spring.
Well, yeah.
Technically.
Because you got to pay for it in December. And then you got like 3-4 months before training even starts.
Right. So it's like at least allow there to be a larger opening, like a window for payment. Right. You know?
Yeah. I feel like they should take that $200 out of my account after Christmas.
Period.
But I'm just saying. I mean, we need.
Wow. They should take it out of your account when everybody has their refunds, tax refunds.
February.
Right. Or just
go.
like, you know what I mean? Like at least wait till June or some shit. Like, because like we didn't start our training until June. Yeah. Top of June.
Yeah.
Or even the week before, last week of May.
Yeah, we got 10 bibs now. We got like 3 we trying to figure out how to give away.
It's hard to even waste later in the game.
Yeah.
And on top of that, this point in training, people start to trickle out of the training.
Do you foresee any of your 45 trickling out?
Yeah, I already have one. And I have a potential other one who I have to check up on, but I mean, I feel like that's pretty good. I have one person who actually got injured, like Danica. She like hurt her back.
Oh no!
So she can't
Danica.
like bend. She like literally. I don't know if she can't bend down or if she can't fully sit up or what. But supposedly 2 weeks, and then she's back. It's been a week now, or a half a week at least. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, and that even with well, yeah, but like I've heard so many times, so many trainers actually say like this is like, and they told me this like last week, like a week and a half ago even, like they're like, this is when people get hurt and this is when people like usually fall out of training, so expect it.
Wow.
So
that would be crazy.
Yeah.
I hope not. I hope that doesn't happen.
No, I mean I'm saying it is happening, but it's very, very minute.
Yeah.
And that's the point.
Is one thing.
Yeah, like people like, you know, Philip, he kind of hurt his ankle the other day, so we like modified the workout for him, monitored his progress, Philip.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to put the name. There's so many people.
There's so many people. So like, you know, but it's like, and he's doing better. He ended up being pretty fine. It didn't seem like he like sprained it. He probably just went the wrong way and he just needed to recover a little bit. So yeah. So it's like, but it's not like I wish anyone to get, you know, it's just fact. It's like statistics
right
at this point. So, and I would say it's just like, I think we're good. I hope, knock on wood, we're good, you know? So, we're halfway through marathon training. There's 10 more weeks left. The photography fellowship that Gumbo Fit in partnership with Nike has officially started. So like we have photographers coming out more and, so, you know, content, but also just an opportunity to get more Black and brown individuals behind the lens.
They were pretty cool. You
know, so it's like, that's going to be really cool. The goal is to get them at the marathon. So like, you'll just get a different perspective of the marathon simply because of who they are and how they see the world.
So would they be shooting at different points of the marathon? Would they be kind of like at our cheer section? Well,
I think that's part of what they can decide.
Okay.
It depends, because it's like, depending on who, because like we have photographers who only shoot film.
Oh.
There's some photographers who only like black and white. There's some photographers who, you know, so it's like, it's also about honoring their style and finding out how it can fit within sports photography or altering their style that to a place where it still fits what they prefer to do, but you know, and then it's like some photographers are going to want to they're going to be photographing the race, sure, but they might be photographing the spectators more than anything. They might be most interested in them. There might be some people that are really, really interested in one particular race runner. Some photographers who are like literally just want to get the full running experience, you know, or it's like being in one neighborhood and seeing, you know, what it's like in that area.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I like it. I appreciate them.
Lots of
taking
eyes.
flicks as I was running past.
I could tell you loved it. You love to be seen. It's like you and Kelsey. You and Kelsey.
The way you say it makes it sound so dirty.
No, I don't have energy right now. But what I'm trying to say is like you love to be seen and you deserve to be seen. That's what I'm trying to say more peppy. But y'all love it and I love seeing it. I should say that too. Like I love like the way you be straightening up your back whenever you see the camera in front of you.
Shut up.
The way Kelsey be like ready and on, I'll be like, Kelsey is ready, and I just
Kelsey
be like,
is amazing.
Yes, spend time.
I saw how good she was this weekend.
Yeah,
she had her hair was working. She was like doing things.
Yeah,
it was Kelsey's crazy.
Yeah, it was her moment.
Kelsey, a whole model.
Yeah,
she was like, she's
ready.
I've been ready for this.
Yeah, she's like, I've missed this. I'm glad to be back.
Yes.
You know, like I'm here for all the shots.
She did it.
So,
she did it.
Yeah, I mean.
Everybody looked amazing.
Everyone looked
can I just
phenomenal.
say this? Shouts out to Nike giving us a cool ass creative director for Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Buddy is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shouts out to that. Shouts out to that. But I don't know. It's pretty much all that I have because it's I need certain things to happen so I can talk about them because they're shareable moments. There's shit that needs to be talked. There's so many things. Like, the weeks are busy.
Yeah.
Like, I come over here, I was like, yeah, you know, my week was cool. It was this and the third. And maybe I need to do some more other things in my personal life to have more things to talk about here. But things to me are so much business orientated right now that it's hard for me to go on this podcast and talk about those things because they have to happen in a certain time and in a certain order. Mm-hmm. And it's so frustrating because you know me, I just, I shoot from the hip. You know, I'd be like, this is what's happening, this is what's going on, and stuff like that. But in the next 2 months, the podcast is going to get a little bit louder.
Is it?
It's going to get a little bit louder.
You going to be ready to flaunt, ready to flex?
We're going to be talking some shit.
Great.
Just celebrate. I ain't going to be talking shit because I ain't signing nobody. I ain't saying, I ain't comparing myself to nobody. But, and this ain't even necessarily just about me. It's just about what my people are doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? What the community is making happen. What Aaron got going on. Mm-hmm. What Gumbo got going on. Like, what 7 on Sundays is doing. Like, it's so much fun. It's so much fun happening right now. So many beautiful things happening right now.
Yeah.
And then, so I don't know. I'm going to find some more opportunities to have some personal time for myself to share with you guys outside of the store, outside of running. You know what I'm saying?
I challenge you this week to do something for yourself.
This week?
Yeah, just you.
No, this week is done. I'll do something next week.
The following. Because I was thinking about when this comes out.
Oh, yeah. No, that's right. Yeah.
Because it will come out probably Friday. So the following, yeah.
Yeah. I'm with that. I'm with that challenge. I'm going to do something for me. Mm-hmm. Hopefully somebody does something for me too. You feel me?
Wow.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I feel like that's the episode.
There we go.
That's where we're at right now.
You have any flowers?
Oh, I have flowers for... Let me think about it. You go first. Okay.
I need to get my flowers. I don't know if I've done Aaron yet.
No, you haven't.
I have not done Aaron. I definitely have to get some flowers to my partner, Aaron. He has really, really, really stepped up. And I'm not even saying that like in a sense like, like I was the lead at 7 on Sundays or anything like that. But what I will say is that my responsibilities with the marathon and with the store have put me in a position where I haven't been as tentative to 7 on Sundays and stuff like that. And it's not even because I necessarily can't be, but it's because I'm in a position where I'm able to trust my partner so much. I'm able to trust Aaron so much, and he's doing so many things. He's really facilitating so much of the program right now, so much of the club. He's creating our team, our race team, and stuff like that to get some of these races off the ground.
Yeah.
He's facilitating the Tuesday Bridge morning. That's completely all him. Some of our Sundays and stuff like that, he's been really like taking the lead instead of sitting back and like waiting to see if I'm gonna say something and stuff. Like, he's owned these moments, and it's been awesome because my reputation is, like you just said, like I like to be seen, I like to be a center of attention and stuff like that, but it doesn't mean like I don't want to share that. I'm not trying to suck up all the energy in a room or anything like that. And for him to really step into this space of leadership has just been amazing to watch. It really has been. And I think people are really gravitating towards him as a leader. Yeah. As a true leader. And I think he deserves it because he's amazing. He does a lot of work.
Yeah.
And he's not as soft-spoken as he was.
Yeah, I feel like, I've been I don't know. I feel like this is his moment in a lot of ways because you're right. Like, I don't think he's definitely in a different place than he was a year or two ago. Because he also has the space to do so because you also, like you're saying, you're preoccupied with a lot of other things. So co-leading kind of calls for that. Leaning on each other in that way. So I'm very excited for him as well because he is a leader and I'm excited to actually like see him in action.
Yeah. And shouts out to the 7 on Sundays group chat. Like the WhatsApp chat is lit. It's the best place to be in all 50 states. Okay. And I need some help for Pat getting his beer from 312. Maybe picking up this pizza, and everybody in the group chat is like, tell me what you need, I got you.
I love it.
You feel me? So I'm not going to be putting this whole thing together on Friday by myself.
Good.
I'm going to have some help, and I appreciate that because I am definitely a one-man show.
Yeah. So
shouts out to Aaron and 7 on Sundays. That is where my flowers are going.
Nice. My flowers are going to go to Matthew because, he really be pulling up. And there's a couple things that needed to be communicated on my behalf that I was like, I don't have the energy to do this. Can you please help me with the words? And he came through with them words and I really needed it. And I was like, because this out here in these streets, representing yourself, being affiliated with brands, being like leading a community and also just like having to not only, request and demand things that are necessary for the community is not always easy.
Yeah.
And that's just across the board with anything, even just like myself with other, like my affiliation with like any brand really. Like brands reach out to me all the time and I'm always just like, oh my God, I have to negotiate with you. Negotiations are not my favorite thing, but I like
negotiations.
Yeah, but if you've done it over and over and over and over, and that's like basically your full-time job all the time, like for me, it gets tiring.
Yeah.
Because it's not just one brand or the other brand, it's all the brands. And so it's about like not demanding, but just like setting your price on things and standing for it. Like not really like being willing to negotiate on some things, but on other things, like, nah.
Yeah.
I don't care what your policy says. This is what I'm asking for.
Exactly.
So, and that's important. So I think, so I'm just like, and the same thing with just like making sure that the community gets what they need and deserve for, and everything. So that's kind of, Matthew is like, he's not my manager, but sometimes he really be clutch when it comes to like being a communicator for me.
I love it. Sometimes you don't know what to say.
Yeah.
A man step up, can help you with the words, give you something to say. Well, I appreciate y'all for listening this week, hanging out with us at the Runners Club podcast.
Yep.
This was another one. This was a chill one. I think the last one we definitely got way more lit than we normally do.
And we lit on water, you know.
You said what?
And you're talking about the last one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was different.
Yeah. I was listening to it today, and I definitely heard. I know at what point of the podcast I went from sober to tipsy. It was in my voice.
Woo.
I know exactly when I got there. And I'm sorry, I got a little loud with y'all about some things on the last podcast. But, you know, sometimes you gotta.
I forgot about that. Oh my God.
Sometimes you gotta change your tone.
Yo, I forgot about that.
But that was.
I was like, you guys, it's cool.
That was like 40% Casamigos.
Yo, that was wild. Never. We were like, who? That was wild. Oh, good times.
That was so much fun. And somebody let me know. I'm trying to look for somebody to braid my hair.
Really? Like how braid? Like corn rolls?
Like small to medium plaits.
Just like loose braids?
Yeah, the loose. Mm-hmm. Ain't they called plaits?
I don't know.
I did a lot of Googles.
Okay. Yeah,
so
you
I
let
can
me
figure
know.
out how to communicate what I want. I don't need no cornrows.
I was trying to make sure that's not what you're asking for.
Hell no.
I was going to be like, how are they going to get all the way down to the back of your neck?
On the top part of my head because the side and the back is shaven. I'm going for a look. So pull up. Let me know. Because there is a shortage of black women who can braid.
You need to let me connect you with Joy. She does braids. She come to your house. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Her boyfriend. I mean, I don't know if she works with men really, but I feel like if I let her know that you're cool.
Yeah,
I feel like it'd be.
I just want you to braid my hair. I need nothing else.
Yeah, no, she's like really great. Well, I mean, you know, y'all don't know each other, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like, no, she's super professional. She'll pop up at your house.
No, I guess
if you needed extensions, she got you, you know?
Yeah, need what?
Extensions.
I thought about it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I wasn't, you know, because I wasn't trying to roast you. I was being honest about that.
No, I thought about it.
Because some guys, they really do like that extension because they're trying to get their braids a certain length, and I get that.
I thought about it. If I did it, I wouldn't say nobody because I feel like we're not at that point where we're going to let men live. But, like, I thought about it.
Was it you who posted that meme of the guy who went into the barbershop and he had like a bald head, and when he came out, he had a full head with a nice lineup?
I've seen so many of those, but I don't think I posted it. But that's real.
That shit's wild.
That's wild. Like if you got a little bald spot or things starting to recede, I get it, like spot treating, but putting the whole head on your head, like that's wild.
I almost don't mind it because women in their own way do the same thing.
My thing is that
if y'all could fight me, don't at me though.
No, like for real, like I feel like women are hitting the apex of things that y'all are doing to your body from head to toe. That I feel like can we just give men a little bit of space? Yeah,
I mean, I was just talking about hair alone, like just the fact that, like, you know, if we want something to do this or that, then we figure it out.
I don't know if I have the confidence to do extensions because I know I would roast a nigga that I know had extensions. I would talk behind his back. So I don't know if I have the confidence to do it myself. Yeah. But I would be lying if I say it's not an interesting thing. And I wouldn't do nothing crazy. Like, I wouldn't go from where I am right now to that shit touching my shoulders. But, like, I also don't want the little bitty joints, you know? I would want a little bit of hang time. Yeah,
you could get there. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Yeah. And because it's not as long, you wouldn't notice the extension as much. No. It's when you come down to your shoulders, you clearly see where your hair ends and the extensions continue.
If you see my hair braided and you ask me if I got extension. I ain't gonna say nothing. No, not you, but, like, anybody listening, if they ask me, oh, did you do extensions? I'm gonna lie my ass up. I'm not gonna tell you I did extensions.
Look, if it's in your hair, it's yours.
It's yours. Is that what you're treating?
If it's hanging from your head and you can swing back and forth, that's just yours.
I need to do something different because I have that in me. Like when I'm tired of looking at what's in the mirror, I'll cut my hair.
Yeah, I mean that's what I did, and I'm never doing it again.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep saying that.
Yeah,
but it's getting to the
maybe
point.
do a moisturizer, do a hair mask, make it softer. You know, sometimes like revitalizing your hair with some like love and conditioning, not just a conditioner, but actually like doing what you need to do. Your hair will feel so amazing, and then you'll appreciate it a little bit more.
What's a mask?
A hair mask.
What's a hair mask?
It's just a very thick leave-in conditioner that it's just like not the same thing that you put on your face, but like what you need for your hair as a mask, and then you let it sit and then you rinse it out.
Because I feel like my hair is getting to the point, like it's getting longer. Because at a certain point in length, it's really hard to keep it moisturized and keep it soft. And so I'm getting to that point right now.
I'm telling you need to get that Actin Acre scalp detox, because it actually moisturizes your hair. It's crazy.
The Acne Acre.
Crazy.
Drop a link.
And Acre. And then also Ceremonia. Aceite de mosca.
Yeah, whatever. Send me the link.
That shit, like you put it on your scalp, let it sit, moisturize your scalp, wash it out. The oil will come down to the ends of your hair. Soft.
Drop all
I said all of this already.
We said
had a whole podcast.
Like, you can't even pronounce half this shit. How am I supposed to remember it?
Okay. I'm telling you, bro. Like, I be trying to help people out. They don't want to listen.
No, you got me and Maya really good at Track Tuesday, because she put out her little black girl SPF, and she was like, "Hey, you want some of this?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then you walked up and you was like, "No, you don't need to put that on your face. This is what you need. I don't be putting that stuff on my face." And then you gave a reason, but you said it as you were turning and walking off. And I was like, "Wait, what was the rest of it?" And you just walked off. Like you were just like, "Oh no, not at all." Because
it's not meant like that. Other stuff is very cream. It's so cream based. It's like, don't put that on your face. It'll just clog your pores.
But you should have witnessed the level of disgust.
No, I did not. No, I was just like,
listen, it was so matter of fact and turned away. Like we could not catch the end. What you just said is probably what you said, but you did a no look pass with your Neutrogena SPF.
Yo,
that you said what you had to say. And you didn't want to have a conversation about it.
No, I mean, because there was no conversation to be had. Like to be had. Like you literally there's okay. If you get lotion for your body and it's sunblock, you put that on your body. Don't put that on your face. I mean, if it's okay with you, do that. But it's like if you can get the Neutrogena, it's like Sleek and Shine spray, right? It's 55 SPF. It's not the aerosol stuff with cancer. So don't come for me. But that's period. Or you could get the lotion, but it's still for your face. It's not for your body.
I think that black girl joint is for the face.
Well, if it is, great. I just assumed y'all was talking about body lotion. I was like,
nah.
I was like, I don't put lotion on my face. Like, I don't.
You see, she didn't ask. She asked no question.
No, because I was like, use this. This is great. It's you literally spray it onto your face. It's fantastic.
Do not question.
55 SPF.
Do not question.
UVAs and UVBs.
You might have tucked that shit back.
I do that though. I do. So fast. Yo, I don't even try to do that, but I do. Like, because the thing is, it's not even like I'm trying to be rude. I'll just be on to the next thing. Because I'll just be like, no, I don't put that on my face. I put this on my face. You can use it. Here you go. And then I'm like, hey everybody, welcome to Track Tuesday. And I'm just like moving on. But it's like I don't mean to be any type of way.
Hilarious. We was both just stuck. Like, wait, why? Why don't you do this? What are we doing wrong? Please share. We need more information.
Yeah, I mean, look, I have 3 or 4 different SPFs that I put on my face.
That's real.
And they're all different. One is like clear and is a primer and it's from Supergoop. And then I have a Neutrogena lotion that's for the face. I have a Neutrogena spray that's for the face. I also have the Sun Bum face stick.
Dude, I mean, live your life. All I'm saying is this hair shit. Drop the link. and then put me on to your homegirl, because like I've asked a couple people who said yeah, but then they not making no moves toward actually doing it.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get it done as soon as possible. Also, my man, I need a barber because my mans keep fucking my line. I'm 32 years old. I don't have time for letting my lining grow back after you done pushed it back,
it looks like
because
he's
might not
just
return.
cutting your widow's peak.
Huh?
Your widow's peak?
Well, yeah.
The thing that comes
but
down.
also on the side, he's been pushing the side back.
Yikes.
You know, and it's like, dude, like I don't, my hair ain't hanging on like that no more. Like,
why would he do that?
I don't know, fam. But you know what? I knew better. Hyde Park barbers have a reputation of pushing your lining back.
No,
they will not line your hair up. They will give you a lining.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go to T, but I go to T and he's across town at Rockstar Barbers.
Yeah, I just
Tradarius.
I had a car. I don't have a car.
Yeah, so
because
that's where I take my brother.
The barbershop I prefer to go to is on 87th and Rockwell, and that's way too far away.
Wow. Yeah, that's far.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, I've chosen not to get my hair cut more than twice a year because I'm growing it back out. And so I'm really focused on just making sure it's moisturized. And those two products that I mentioned are my go-to. And it works great.
Send me the link because me and Julius needs to. Yeah. I'm about to lock his hair up.
Does he want his hair locked up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does he think that's the only option?
No, his other option is cutting it.
So he can't just be out here wild and free?
With the afro?
Yeah.
No, he don't take care of it.
Okay.
If he's not there yet.
Okay.
He's not at that point.
Why don't you just cut it then? Because locking also takes a lot of maintenance too. No,
not necessarily. So, I don't know. This ain't even a Runners podcast. No.
You know what? Speaking of locks, I was thinking of Mac, the runner Mac in our group, and he has long locks. Like his shit
beautiful.
Is gorgeous, well kept. That nigga keeps his shit looking good. He even gets the little little crips or kinks in his braids, in his you're bleeding?
Yeah, like legit bleeding.
I didn't bring my first aid kit. Oh shit! Did you pick that?
I was scratching my leg and I caught a scab.
Wow. Okay. Well, my point here is that Mac's locks are so long, but I don't know how you can run with them. Physical activity.
It's some bounce to it, but I enjoy it. I loved when I was
pretty good at it.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
But
so I feel like with Julius,
we gonna lock it up from braids.
With Julius though, like that's crazy. Like
we're gonna do braids. We're gonna do the small to medium plaits. That's the way I was locking my hair up.
Okay.
And so you braid it up, it'll lock like that, and then the maintenance you do the interlocking technique for maintenance, because the roll or the 2-strand twist, they will keep coming unraveled with Julius because he doesn't care.
Yeah.
And so
that's why it's like then just cut it.
He don't want it cut.
Oh, okay. Well.
He feel like with hair, he'll be closer to the anime characters that he be creating.
Right. Or he could just get wigs. My brother just gets wigs and he does cosplay.
Yeah. He's gonna come with me and Julius to the next convention that comes into town.
Yeah.
Julius is gonna be Luffy. I'm gonna be Zoro from One Piece.
And Russell will be Rick from Rick and Morty. So yeah, I think we need to. Unless you have anything else to say, do you have any goals this coming week for running? I know you've been saying that you've been going hard. Rosalie has been giving you some training, like some coaching.
The plan is
helping you find your fast.
Yeah, she is. She definitely is, and it's been awesome. And no, I have no specific goals. I'm just going to keep with the training plan, doing the strength training on my long run days.
Yeah,
crazy.
Is that it? Chisels your body.
It's in the plan.
Strength training on long
After
run.
My long runs.
Yeah, Mike and Wardell used to always do that back in the day.
Yeah.
They'd always like, we'd be done with the long run and they'd be like, I'm about to hit the gym.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm finna be on. Yeah, I mean, my whole goal right now is a 4-hour marathon and being as fine as the rest of y'all in LA and Vegas.
You fine too?
I know I'm hella fine. But like,
you trying to be finer
as y'all.
Oh, okay.
As y'all.
Yeah, keep up.
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Especially since, like, once again, more things we can't talk about. But especially since, like, me and you might be in front of cameras doing things soon. You know, I can't be sitting there with the belly hanging. You feel me? I gotta have some biceps and some shoulders.
Okay. Yeah. I think for me, it's just about getting my shins checked out and then hopefully being able to continue running. Just figure out what I need to do to better, like, I don't know, better my form or what, so that my shins would just leave me alone so that I can get on with my life. Because I want to sign up for this ultra that I have my eye on. And I'm not going to truly share about it until I sign up for it. But it all depends on if I can get my shins together.
Yeah, no, they come and go when they're ready. But you'll be fine. All right, y'all. We're going to say bye because I'm getting hungry again and I need some food. So, Courtney needs to start a staycation.